Hello, this is Nitin Dahad with E-Times, and I'm here on the show floor at DAC with an amazing industry veteran, Wally Rhines, CEO of Silvaco. Hello, Wally, how are you?
Hello, Nitin. Always good to talk.
I love talking to you because you've got so much experience, so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and I'm not being sarcastic.
Okay, thank you, yes.
But no, you've been around a long time, yeah, from TI to Mentor, Siemens, and now Silvaco. You've been here about a year since I think last DAC was when it was almost done.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but how's it been? Yeah. How's a year been so far?
It's always exciting. I never get tired of this. It reminds me a lot of Mentor, which was not a large company when I joined, and had some issues, but also had some jewels. And it's the same here at Silvaco. We needed to get the profitability up. We've done that. We needed to focus resources. We've done that. I've looked, found some things that offer the potential for major growth and change. And so once identified, then it's just a case of bringing the right resources to bear, getting the word out, working with customers.
Now, I think when I interviewed your previous CEO, Babak, I got the understanding of the business being very traditional, very TCAD. That's, I think, in your time here, it's changed. How's it changed? Because I think just at the time you joined, there was also the Mixel acquisition, and that's totally turned the business round, hasn't it?
So it has, but TCAD is still the core business of Silvaco. We started the TCAD industry. Ivan Pesek developed the original software for TCAD. And TCAD's a good...
It was an impressive story when he told me, yeah, the way it grew as well, yeah.
But TCAD is a modest growing business, but the real revolution comes with AI. Yeah. All of a sudden, the world now has processes that are too complex to develop by running pilot wafers. Now we have to develop virtually. Okay. And to do that, you need synthetic data to build models.
Right.
Where does that come from? It comes from physics solvers. For Silvaco, that's 40 years of development of those solvers, building up that capability so that when you go to any process step, etch, deposition, ion implant, you have models available and you can generate additional synthetic data, or you can even generate a lot more by working with our partner, NVIDIA, and you build synthetic data, which you then calibrate with the customer to build the model so that you don't have to run pilot wafers for every optimization. You've got thousands of variables. You can zero in with our design of experiments, do the right simulations, query that machine learning model, that digital twin, and from that, get quick answers to the effects of variables on the process.
Well, yeah, that's interesting because that's been a theme of this show. One of them is what we just talked about, using AI or automating some of those processes to use that compute power. But then the other part is the autonomy, and I'm not sure that that's kind of what you address here, but if you listen to Tim Costa from NVIDIA talk at the opening talk, I mean, he talked about how we're going to have these long-running agents doing all of this stuff. You have a bigger perspective. How does that look to you at the moment? Yeah, in terms of where it is. I get mixed feelings when I talk to people here.
Yeah, I actually think it's wonderful for EDA.
Yeah.
And as Tim Costa said, he highlighted what Silvaco is doing. You think about agents. All of a sudden you can send your agent out to query that model and collect data and check that data and see if it makes sense and go back and refine it. What that does is it opens the world of TCAD to a much broader audience. Fab engineers, for example, who want to query the model to find out why they're getting yield variations or look for faults.
So important now with those yield, even like a tiny percentage, I guess.
Yeah. And if I had to be a TCAD expert, then I'm a fab engineer, I have to go to the TCAD group. Now, I've got an agent. The agent can go look it up for me, English language interface. I can find out answers to all sorts of questions once you build up that set of digital twins.
Now, one interesting, and this is not, we didn't discuss this earlier, but one interesting thing came up from the John Cooley panel, the Troublemakers panel, which was always fun, but yeah, he talked about, okay, can each of these companies talk to each other with the data? And I think that was targeted more at Synopsys and Cadence and Siemens, but where do you see that in terms of, like, I think it's the MCP layer and whatever, a lot of people tell me, you still get the competing companies, but you'll have that layer on top. What's your view?
I think just as Cadence and Synopsys said in the panel, the agents are the great equalizers. They go look for the best solution, they collect the best data. I'm confident that Silvaco will win a large share of the time because we have so much more depth of physics modeling and the ability to generate data. So of course, I think it equalizes the playing field, so may the games begin.
What are other things that are really hot on your mind now, as both as CEO of Silvaco and like as a veteran of industry? What are the things playing on your mind? What keeps you awake?
Well, there are two things. One is, how do you take this AI revolution in process development and optimization to the broad market? The answer is very fortunate. Things that occurred before I arrived, a partnership was built up with Micron. Micron worked for 5 years with Silvaco to test all this out and demonstrate it. And you can hear testimonials of that success from Dr. Gertesh Sandhu, who heads the process roadmaps for Micron. The second thing, unrelated to the core business, is the new business. And
Mixel, we've got a demo over there as well.
We do, Mixel. So this is an N2 design for augmented reality. It uses the MIPI standard, but when you're dealing with N2 and you're dealing with a portable application, you need lower power, you need optimization. So Mixel is the leader in providing customized versions of the MIPI standard. We're very fortunate to be able to acquire the company. 27 years, never had a customer defect, very highly respected. They are experts in MIPI, and now they've expanded it beyond. So as we've indicated to the analysts in the industry, we expect that the IP business will double or more in the coming year, and it's become a growth engine for the company and adds a second big leg to the growth story for Silvaco.
I think you did say on the panel that it's a big part of your business, a major part of your business now. And the other thing we're having a discussion about is people want that customized IP quite often rather than just a general off-the-shelf piece of IP.
They absolutely do. Now we sell the off-the-shelf, but what really brings people to Mixel is they want an optimized version.
Maybe for that product, for example, they need to do something.
Improve the data rate, lower the power. Typically, they want to reduce the footprint of the IP, and so we can do that. We can assure them it won't have bugs. We have worked with 11 different fabs and most of the process nodes to check it out and verify it. So it's a wonderful base business to have. But it's not our only IP business. We do sell libraries, we do memory compilers, we do automotive IP. So it's now a good, basic, broad business focused on areas where you need to get the best quality and you need IP that frequently has to be certified or meet a very rigid standard.
Now, closing comment, but I don't want you to mention AI. What is the thing that really excites you right now?
Well, to me, it's the fun of a company that has great technology that hasn't been fully realized, and getting to grow it. You meet leading edge customers, you meet innovative people, you travel the world, you work with employees. The employees are very innovative, very smart, and they're thinking of new ideas. That's the excitement. That's why I like this so much.
That's what keeps me going doing this. I mean, everybody I talk to is doing something really amazing, interesting, and sometimes people like you are needed to just take that to the next step.
We try to bring out the best in people, and it's been really rewarding my whole career.
Well, Wally, thank you very much for that little piece of time here at DAC, and we'll talk again soon, I'm sure.
Thank you, Nitin.
Thank you.